Alright, you guys, I hope everybody's feeling fired up for this one. Whoa, bro, what's going on here? What's happening? Let me quickly fix this because I'm very blind. I can't see that. I can't see, like, what is happening today. I hope you guys are feeling wonderful. Today we want to talk about a little bit about if you have issues between the level 1000 to like 4 or 5000 that you can't beat the people anymore that you want to beat. And there's usually a simple answer, and it's a quite difficult answer because this is when the original real grind starts to happen. So I want you guys to really listen to this one because this one will be quite crucial. First of all, of course, you can always have bad parts, right? You can always, because, you know, when you start getting to your first rebirths and you're getting like past level 1000, 2, 3, 4000, somewhere along those lines, you will definitely 100% start to go for specific builds. First of all, one of the best channels on YouTube, I may say, when it comes to those is my channel. You will see that you will start to have, you will have to use some time, first of all, to actually buy the specific parts, and then you will need trades. And I think trades is the first of all hardest part of the game. I think farming all of that money and then using that to buy parts, getting the right trades, and then getting those trades multiple times so you can tier them up is probably the hardest way in the entire game, right? Because it's gonna take a long time. So first of all, to fix your issue, you have to take a look at your build. I personally think stamina builds are very expensive, and they're only good if you really have the right traits on it. So I would highly recommend you to stay away from stamina until you go like really into the end game, where you really have to go out and you have to really spend some really time. I think for me personally, whoa, that was a nice jump. For me personally, I think stamina is the most expensive aspect that you can get in this game when you're kind of like choosing whatever you need, right? So that is really expensive. Did they move out? Oh, we still have the boss in here. That's crazy. Valentine's over for a long time now. Yeah, so that's what you have to do. It's really expensive. So the next thing that I highly expect you to do is probably go for either an attack stamina build, which is still going to be a little bit expensive, but yet it's still kind of fire because you can do some nice damage while sustaining good HP, or you're going to go for a defensive build. There are some, I think defense is one of the cheapest ways of kind of finishing the game. I kind of worked on this build right here now. I just beat Mormu on Impossible. So, you know, levels, you have to have a nice balance between levels and actually skilling your, you know, making your base. And also very important is to know how to skill those in general when it comes to stats. I usually go with a 600 into speed. You usually do not need more than that. Then you can go with a little bit of stamina, because I think kind of like every bay, unless you run like a glass cannon attack type bay, will need a little bit of stamina for some survivability. I usually rock about 800 to 1000 to 1 million, somewhere along those lines. Maybe if you need something situational more, you can slot some more into it, but in general I think slotting about 4000 to 6000 into stamina should be enough, depending on the stage where you're at. Now there are tons of parts, but I personally think the second Bladers B pit is currently the best way of getting the best parts for your bay, especially in that range. We're gonna talk about those a little bit. Let's go in here and talk about these. So I think there's a lot of one. I already made a video where I said which ones are good, which ones are bad, but I think overall you can make some nice builds, especially with like Lion's Roar, for example. Dragon Bite is a good skill. Venom Bite is a good skill, and you have to always, from now on, take a look at the stats that the individual bays are going to drop. So you want to at least have 3 stars on stamina when you're doing some sort of a hybrid thing. If you can get 4 to 5 stars, it's gonna be perfect. If you take a look at Oberon, for example, which you can get in the last world in Cairo, Oberon is amazing. I mean, take a look at that. 5-star attack, 5-star stamina, 5-star speed with Shark Bite. It's one of the best parts in the entire game. So if you want to do attack builds, make sure to get those. And also, very important to get the right traits on it. So I'm going to talk about traits a little bit now, and which ones you kind of need. So a perfect bay I would consider is 2 parts powerful 5s if you go for tier 5s, and 2 parts resistance, because increases your blade's resistance to skill damage. You can also change that to, it's not called resistance, was it incredible? I think incredible was for stamina. I don't know, but you have to see. There's another one where you can actually do direct hits, where you can actually get a trait that is gonna block some sort of percentage of direct hits. So if you do like a hybrid here in this case, or if you want to do like a full glass cannon attack build, of course it needs to have 5 stars on attack. You will have need to have the right trait. In this case, it might have been powerful. I would say powerful is pretty good, and yeah, that's definitely something that you need, because people will always start to struggle when the traits are not set correctly. So in my case, I have lifesteal for defense is absolutely amazing. If you don't want to use, because in defense you usually or in general, if you want to do PvE builds, you want to have a dragon spirit or monarch. These are like really good ones for PvE, but since defense is useless without unbreakable, you will need unbreakable for defense. That's where it becomes expensive again. I mean, not in the realms of level 1000 to something. I think you can do some defensive builds without unbreakable using some other thing, but overall you want to aim for unbreakable in the end game later on, because that's when you will need it. Otherwise you will probably just drown. But you know, I once heard that you will need you can't have more than 2 of the same traits, otherwise it's not really gonna proc. So having 2 powerfuls here, 1 resistance, and I'm gonna use lifesteal. This is like the new thing. Lifesteal and thorns is absolutely insane, everybody. So if you are really stuck between level 1000 and 5000 or so, you will have to take a closer look on your build. You have to take a closer look on your crystals. If you're using a standard crystal, a nature crystal, or lightning crystal, you will have to think about upgrading at one point. So you have to go on crystal hunts, stuff like that. Enchants, very, very important, and all of your badges as well. You have to have these. This is mandatory. You have to have that settled. If you have all of this, if you have a nice crystal like the greedy crystal, time crystal, berserker crystal, reality crystal, all of these crystals, if you have those, then you're good to go on this side. Then you have to work on this one. So if you start to have some struggles, you will have to farm more bosses, perhaps sell some auras, get into trading. Some of the stuff that you got that you don't need anymore, get that into trading, and buy off players on the Discord server better parts for yourself. There you go. This is my take on this. I hope this helped you just a little bit. Keep that in mind. Traits are the most important thing of becoming really good in this game. So that's it. That's all I got you. Tiers are good as well, because they will each tier gives you like 10% or something, or 20. Really good. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.